Okay, let's do it. All right. Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the stream. Welcome to the channel. I'm Eric. I'm your host, your editor, your cinematographer, and anything else that I decide to moniker myself throughout the course of this. Yeah. Today we are back in Adobe Premiere. We are going to be editing the. We're doing more editing on the Magician's Mirror, which is the short film about our magician slowly dealing with succumbing to Alzheimer's. And we should, within the next few minutes, have Nora Hyde on, who's the writer and director and producer of the project. So she will be sharing her insights, and she and I will kind of be collaborating on this together, which is fantastic. It's one of the best parts of editing. Um, as always, I do this to because I think it's fun and interesting because it's a cool way to share my work, but also because I want to pull back the curtain on editing and how much goes into post production because I feel like it's a very misunderstood part of the filmmaking process, and the yeah, it's not super publicized, not super talked about, and so I feel like most of the editors I know are very self-taught, and I want to share that. So if there's any questions, comments, thoughts, by all means share them. By all means jump in. Tell me what you think. Share your work in the chat if you like. We want this to be as much of an open platform as possible. Uh, Also to Evelyn and Mia, who I'm sure you're gonna watch eventually. You guys are still great. One of you is better than the other, but I won't tell you which one. Anyway, yeah. So with that said, I'm gonna go grab a cup of tea, and then we will jump right in. So hold for 2 seconds, and then we'll be back. Okay, and we're back. Hello, Nora, and we now have tea in a movie quote mug. Very hot tea in a movie quote mug. Ideal, really. Okay, let's throw that on to vibrate, and let's jump in. All right, so Nora, I can let you kind of direct if there's anything you want to particularly see and work on. I've been putting together. There's the notes. Um, I've been putting together the bruise scene a little bit. Been doing a little bit of work with that. So get this to play. There we go. Cool. I've also been starting to edit the uh yes, Tea Buddies. I love it. Starting to edit the bathroom scene and at least pull out the clips that are the good ones. So that's where that's at. Stuck with the martini scene. I feel like that's gonna be the one I do last, just because I started it like second. And it's such a simple scene that I am incredibly good at overthinking. But yeah, Nora, is there any scenes you particularly think that are particularly in your head right now that you want to see play out? Let's see. And while I wait for you to answer that, I will keep watching some of this footage. I was trimming stuff down here. There we go. I don't need to say anything, Stephanie. I just need to smile. Oof. Okay. Um, let's see. Then let's not start with the bathroom scene. Let's use a different let's do the bathroom excuse me. Uh let's do the bathroom scene second. Let's start with the bruise scene because the bruise scene is simpler. It's a little more I mean low stakes, quote unquote. So we'll do the bruise scene first. We'll do the bathroom scene second or later, just so we, yeah, just so it's so we get a chance to warm ourselves into it. Okay, and so we can issue a content warning if need be. Okay, so let's take a look at this scene out here. Um, this is it simply is a scene where our main character Clark, um, he is is gardening or sort of taking care of his plants and discovers a bruise on his hand that doesn't know where it came from. That's the extent of this. Nora, here's a question: Did we because I just thought of this now. Should like if you want we can invite Aiden and anybody else on crew to join in these streams as well. That'd be kind of cool if they're curious for a peek behind the curtain of the post process on it. Um, anyway, yeah. So yeah, pretty simple scene. Um, just with various shots and coverage, and yeah, we're gonna work on that. So let's see. We got two, three. Yeah, so we already got the first take of this, which we know we didn't like. This should be take two.
And frame. Still fun to do though. And shot A, take one. Oh, there's no sound. There's no sounds. All in the way.
Come on, Premiere, I need you to catch up here. Work with us. Drop that down to an eighth. See if that helps. Toggle the proxies a little bit. That's better. Okay, cool.
And cut.
Yeah, a lot of stillness in this movie. All right. Let's see. All right, I feel like here are the shots we've got. We've got this wide in several takes. We've got the medium. We've got the close up. Got the reverse. Uh, got the over the shoulder of the bruise. We've got this. Let's see. We got this great shot through the flowers, which I think is going to be the one to use, and then we've uh, got the B-roll of the flowers themselves. Let's see where we want to go with this. We had talked in the past. Where did we leave off with scenes here? Oh, that was another thing I wanted to do before we jump too far in. I did some tweaking to the bathroom scene, and then I did the mirrors scene. So I'll let that play kind of as a thing, and you can tell me what you think. Sound effects of something here. Figure that out. I decided to kind of let this just play out as a single. Uh, so that's where that's at. I'm still on the fence about where we need the like if we like I cut back to the same bit a few times. I don't know if we need that or not. guess my question is, how do we like what is it going to take to make this to give this scene that look of um give this scene that look of like make it look like we're intentionally like we're covering the same mirrors over like the because we are covering the same mirror multiple times here. And we want this to look uh make sure we're not crossing that line to trying to pretend that like, oh, we shot it from multiple angles, we're pretending it's something new, as so much as it should be uh uh yeah, it would be that it's he's covered, he doesn't remember which mirrors he's covered, which ones he hasn't. Maybe I'm overthinking this. Let's try that. No, let's try this. Let's do that. Let's take those out. Okay, I like that. Yeah, we could cut back and forth between some wandering and then and put stuff in the middle of it. I actually like that a lot. Um, I don't think I need that shot though. I think that shot is okay. We'll save that. All right, let's go ahead and work on this bruise scene because that's where our heads are at right now. Um, oh yeah, we're definitely gonna need to cut it down. That's 100% true. Let's see here. All right, so we're gonna start on a close up of him. Let's see, where's where are my notes on your? Okay, so
Got it.
our close up on him. Our notes were I was just taking a look at something else you wrote. Um, yeah, that they're both good. So let's find the beginning of that.
Rolling camera.
And action.
I should really like that if we. Yeah, no, Nora, you and I are on the same wavelength here. Like we're delete that, pop that up. Let's take a look at the beginning of this one.
Rolling camera. C, take two. And frame.
And action.
There we go. Before he leans in, there we go. Cool, take that. Between the two of these, let's see. All right, Premiere, why are we skipping? Come on. Okay. I think which one he looks more confused in as a way to start the scene. I think it's the second take. All right, Premiere, is there a reason you're being obnoxious? Give me one sec, guys. I'm gonna turn Premiere off and on just to get it to get it to work like behave. One sec. Okay, back in here, letting Premiere load up. Load up real quick. Being a little bit misbehavey. There we go. Need to clear out a little bit of space on this drive. This is what it is, Adobe. I had a really good stream last night, and now you're gonna get now I open up Premiere and you're gonna be obnoxious about it. All right, there we go. Yeah, see, start calling you out, you start behaving. I think the second take's better. I think the second take gives us more of a sense of him being lost. Let's go ahead and put that in. Now go to our B-roll of the flowers.
Rolling. Wind. Perfect.
Should have filmed this in slow motion. Yeah, worse things have happened. Hey, look, it's Michael.
Right, Chelsea, if you want to let that thing blow in the wind a little bit, let the light blow out, move around a little bit.
Is that good or you want more?
That's good.
Is there real wind or are you faking? I'm faking.
I mean, it's moving a little bit though.
No, that's me. Oh yeah, I mean the flowers are moving. Not slowly, constantly. Can you make the movement a little more erratic, Chelsea? Sorry.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. Oh god, yeah. I love that everything glows in a flippery way.
Yep.
Let's continue this.
I love it. Yeah. Cool. Got it.
Okay, couple good spots in there.
That's good.
Is there real wind or are you faking? I'm faking.
I mean, it's moving a little bit though.
No, that's
Right, Chelsea, if you want to let that thing blow in the wind a little bit, let the light blow out, move around a little bit.
Is that good or you want more?
That's good.
Is there real wind or are you faking?
I actually like that a lot. That little spot right there. So step one, let's go ahead and remove the sound from this. Back it up to that point. Yeah, that sunlight reflecting and kind of flashing on us a little bit was wonderful. Yeah, exactly. Just cutting around Michael in the background. Yeah, I think that section will work. We'll see if we'll trim it up as we go. So let's go ahead and take that. Start the assembly here. Check the end of that though. I actually really like that too. That's probably too long, but it looks pretty good. Okay, cool. Really get to highlight that lighting. All right, then we're gonna go to our medium, which notes on the medium. Um, let's see. Take 1 and take 3 were the ones we liked. Let's see. He does kind of look up. Okay, so let's reverse that shot. Pull that up and reverse it. And it'll skip like crazy, but kind of work its way up and land on those flowers. Yeah, that works. Can try that. How's that sound? Well, I'm working on the medium shot.
One frame.
And action.
I like the ending there. I agree with you. Cool. He sits there for that. So let's look at the next one.
Oh, there we go. Rolling camera, V take 2, and frame.
Yeah, neither you or I were huge fans of this take.
And you remember that you're here for the coffee and the flowers.
I don't just like that moment though. That's pretty nice. And then we'll cut to the then we can cut to a different angle.
And take another little peek at it.
Yeah, we're gonna go to the
And
insert of his
we'll fast
hand, and then
forward it.
we can go to his face where we have the good reactions. Okay, let's look at take 3.
3, and frame.
And just shut your eyes for a second. And where are you? And you can reach for the flowers. And you can reach for the flowers.
There we go. That cut there. I think that's the take to use. Let's take a look at it in context. So yeah, we're not sure where we are at this point, which is good. See the flowers. Light goes up them. pulls his hand back. Okay, I think that'll work once we can check the timings. Let's look at our pickup with his wrist, which is our second take.
F, take one, and frame.
And action. And right around there, pull it back just a tiny bit. Up. Gorgeous. Oh my god. And take it away. Gorgeous. Oh my god. And take it away.
Hey Nora, do you like seeing his wrist kind of outside of the flowers? Do you like kind of seeing it through the flowers? Which one do you prefer?
And take it away. And right around there, pull it back just a and right around there, pull it back just a tiny bit. Tiny bit. And right around there, pull it back just a tiny bit. Pull it back just a tiny bit.
I can put these both in context so we can see. Okay, yeah, I'll take both and I'll see what we can do with them. So, next we'll go to back to our close-up. Okay, don't just like that reaction after we come up to his face. The dynamic movement I like. Let's look at this one. This one's better. Staying on his face, I think, is a better way to go. I'm dropping the desk down so I can sit down. Tea break. Okay, let's go back. Let's work here. Yeah, I think the better reaction's in the second take here. Let's see before we start doing anything with it here. Looking around. Looks back down at it. I think that'll work. Oop. Let's make sure we take the right clip. All right. See what we can do with some movement here. Let's. Okay, so we're seeing it outside of the flowers. Let's work on that. text here, guys. Gotta be got a call I gotta respond to real quick. Cool. All right. So here we go. That bruise work is fantastic. No, Rachel England did an amazing job.
Gorgeous. Oh my god. And took it away.
Cool. I'm just a second kind of off there.
Gorgeous. Gorgeous.
That's
Gorgeous.
better.
Oh my god.
Yeah, we definitely need more of this.
Gorgeous. Oh,
And I'm gonna. That helps. I think there's something about. Let me take a look at the other takes of this. So, we had the one other take, I think. Wait, we had two other takes. Let's take a look. First take, I don't think we loved. Yeah, but the ending was good, but the beginning wasn't exactly where we wanted it. Okay, we'll try that. Okay.
Two.
Let's take a peek at this one real quick, though.
and you remember that you're here for the coffee and the flowers.
Looks like there's an extra take we need, an extra shot we need to put in there somewhere. Put a cut there so I can find it. This one, now we stayed. Yeah, in that moment, yeah. Yeah, Nora, I think I agree with you there. Yeah, you're right. That's better. Yeah, I think that works pretty well. Um, I'm wondering if we need anything more between seeing his face and seeing the bruise. Like, take a look at the medium shots again here. That one he's already seen it. That one goes low. Nah, still not on his face.
And you remember that you're here for the coffee and the flowers. And you remember that you're here for the coffee and the flowers. And you remember that you're here for the coffee. And the flowers.
Let's try this. Nah, I think I like the other take better. Yeah, I think this is the one to go with for that. My question is, who cares? Yeah, it's quicker. Do we need something in between there? Do we need something before where we see his face react to the bruise? Like, we were to take this shot. Yeah, Nora, that's what pushed me over the top too on that medium shot. It's that little smile. the only thing like I like the quickness of this. I just wonder if there's a moment of just needing the just needing that reaction to kind of build up what is he seeing. Now we can cut this about there. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Okay. Okay. Yeah, again, on the fence here. Uh, all right, now I would vote. Didn't like that one. I want to see what it looks like if we go to the other clips. We've got. Yeah, I'm gonna say let's keep it for now. Like here, the ending of these is really good. Let's see. I want to take a look at the wide. Now that like kind of following the rule that we sort of set up that yeah, we start in close and we kind of don't really go super wide until we sort of know everything. Um, I'm gonna vote we take a look at the wide. Yep. Which our notes on the wide were. Let's see. You said your second take was the best reaction uh, to his bruise. Let's take a look at that. His arm is kind of low there. I don't know if we can work. I don't know if we can make that. Might be able to make that work. Not bad. It's not a bad reaction moment. It's not bad. Take three. we said was okay. In take 4, we said the sleeve was good. Let's take a look. He's holding his hand differently, so no. The sleeve work there is good, and the checking it again is also good.
And cut.
Yeah, I like the ending there. That little peak is also really good. Okay, so I like that. That one's okay. Yeah, the wides aren't really doing it, aren't really lighting me on fire, except for this one that we can try. If not, we use the wide at the end, and that's easy enough. Let's drop this in here, see what it plays. Yeah, I agree with you. Uh, yeah, I agree. All right. Which we don't, because that light is really only there for that one take. Just we got lucky with the sun there. All right, let's take a look at some other angles. Here we go.
And
Let's see. I guess we could just watch it happen in the close-up. If we just come back to here, just see. Actually, kind of like that. Yeah, I like that one a lot. Okay, let's see what clips we have for him putting the. How many times we need to see? Do you want to see the bruise? Do you want to see it a second time? I actually kind of do now. I think about it. I kind of want to see. Where's that? We have an over. We have the old over the shoulder shot here. Um, that we did like 5 times in one take, I think. We did a couple. We actually no, we did it a few times. Let's see.
All right, rolling camera. Shot E, take 2.
And action.
Because it really does look good from this angle.
Shot E, take 2.
And action.
That one looks good. Let's look at this one here. I hear you. Yeah, I think the second take there's the one to go with. Now we're. It's not about context. It's about seeing the bruise itself. Take that part. question is, what's the best angle to see him cover it with his sleeve? Pardon the yawning. Okay, that looks pretty good.
And take another little peek at it.
Yeah, but I might be able to tweak that enough to make it work in the color grade.
For a second.
I think I want to see him get it kind of wrapped up, so I think it's the first take. Let's check something real quick. I wonder about this. Let's see. Nice footage. Yeah, that might be part of that. I think I just forgot why this thing's being obnoxious. Hang on a second, guys. Let's see. Looking for. You ended up not making proxies for this scene. That might be why this is. All right, that is definitely why this is being the way it is. Okay, have to look into that. Uh, check something else. Okay, interesting. Some of these didn't make proxies. Okay, fixable. Sitting here wondering why this is skipping a lot more than it's supposed to be. I don't think it's usually Premiere's usually not fucking up like this. So yeah, okay. Anyway, let's get this little clip attached. Yeah, I like that. Let's take that moment. Okay, not too bad. Let's see, our favorite. I can't use that. The ending, can't use this. Okay, he only really wraps it up in the very end, in the last take, so that's fine.
Mm-hmm. All right. Roll camera. Shot B. Take one.
Alright, you know, let's watch what we've got so far and see if we need to tweak it at all. Save and play. And this shot's gonna skip because it's trying to play backwards, but that's a shot of the flowers. Let me come back to Clark here. Yeah, come on. Something's up. That's pretty good. I think we can trim a little bit of this. I think this should have some movement to it. Okay, this is gonna give me a reason to talk about proxies in a second, so this is gonna work out well. I think we can cut off like 2/3 of that. Yeah, honestly, part of me thinks we can do it without that extra wide. I think we can just end on the close up, because that way it's never fully. We don't really. It means we never really get the full wide. And I mean, if we don't have the wider wide, the audience assumes whatever the widest shot is was the wide, so that's just whatever. Um, but uh, if we don't cut to that wide, and we kind of keep this, yeah, we kind of bookend this close up to close up, where we sort of came out and then come back in, and it's still like he starts off, he doesn't know what's going on. You know, in the middle, he kind of starts to figure out what's going on. Then there's the bruise, really doesn't know what's going on. Like it's not this isn't confusion to understanding. This is confusion to a different kind of confusion, and I think that could work without that wide at the end. It's kind of where I'm at right now. What's this shot? That was the other shot of the flowers, which fine. Uh, that was the other shot of the hand, also fine. Those are both going RHSC. What's this? That was out of the take of him reaching forward. Didn't need that. Didn't like that. That was the rest of the hand clip. Don't need that. Okay, these two can get cut and put somewhere else. Get put in here. Paste. Uh, it's a question to see. Does this play if I tell it to play? Take a second to load. Proxies, please. It's all playing perfectly fine. Okay, yeah, that's just this clip. Okay. Um, yeah, we go medium after the plant, and so I think there's I kind of like that because it's like close up. He's not sure where he is. He's got the brick wall behind him. He sees the plant. Okay, so now the next shot of him is still close, but now allows for the plants to come in, and it's not, it's not his world fully expanded. It's just expanded enough to incorporate the new thing that he sees. Uh, and then he sees the bruise, and his world gets smaller. I like that. I think that's kind of where I'm landing right now. Short of looking through the rest of this footage, which I will do once I put proxies on. All right. All right, let's do the bathroom scene. Let's move to the bathroom. I've been doing this for about an hour and a few minutes. Let's go here. Okay, so let's talk about proxies real quick. Um, so proxies. Give me a sec. I'm gonna pull up a window of files just to talk about what we're seeing here. All right, let's go to there. Okay, back to the basics. Okay, so now we're in here. Um, so if I do a quick, so in the production folder, here's all the files. Here's all the footage from the movie. Um, and this is 224 gigs. That's a lot of footage to work with. It's all high bitrate stuff. It's a lot of um, it's 4K footage. Uh, so what we usually do, and what I've done with most of this, is you go into here, you choose, select your file, proxy, and you create proxies. You can also do this with the ingest settings in the media browser. If you go to ingest, hit settings, you can select create proxies. Um, and what that does is here in post production, I now have a folder that is taking a while to load, um, that's full of proxies, and these are lower res versions of of the files. So if I pick a certain clip, details, yeah, this is, instead of being 4K, this is 540 by 1024. So this is like a quarter of it. The bit rate is is 315. Um, yeah, it's a much smaller file. It is general. Yeah, that file is 52 megabytes. So if I was to do the entire proxies folder, it's 7. So we've gone from 224 gigabytes to 7. And basically what Premiere can do is I can edit with the proxies. I'll take the proxies, I will edit with them. This light needs to be a little brighter and a little more, there we go. I can edit with the proxies. I can get them to be, uh, I can edit through it with them, and then when I'm ready to do a final render, I just turn off the toggle proxies thing, and that'll switch to the 4K version. So that's the way proxies work. Fun fact: they've been used. Proxies go back before nonlinear editing. Um, they go back to editing on film when they made Sound of Music, because they shot that in 65 millimeter. They shot that in this glorious, that huge CinemaScope thing size, but they didn't have an editing suite or an editing desk that could handle, like, those reels are huge and those frames are huge, and it's got, you couldn't edit on those, or at least not easily. So what they did was they did a 35 millimeter print of Sound of Music. They printed all the footage on 35 millimeter, which the editing desk was designed for. They edited the movie in 35 millimeter, and then they went and looked through, because all the frames had frame numbers, like you had numbers printed on the sides of the film strip, and they looked at the numbers for where all the cuts were, and they just based on those numbers made the same cuts on the 65 millimeter footage, and basically did a lower res proxy workflow for Sound of Music, and it wasn't uncommon. Sound of Music is just a famous example. Um, so yeah, that's what proxies are. If you are new to editing with Premiere, proxies are wonderful. Uh, and if I just watch through some of this footage, you'll notice we don't have any of the skipping issues. We're not, yeah, this for some reason, when I told Premiere to make proxies, it did not make proxies of that scene, which is why it was skipping as much as it was. All right, let's look at the bathroom scene. All right, so the bathroom scene, I've started pulling some stuff out and isolating stuff and cutting things out, but we're gonna watch through pretty much the whole thing, and then we're gonna talk about shots. Uh, cool. talk about the editing of this. So, starting with some B-roll here. That's probably what the scene is going to start with. Here we go. Just shot of a water faucet dripping, which it's going to be, it's a visual metaphor, guys. Um, then we cut to our man Clark, who I keep wanting to call Craig for some reason, not sure why. Trying to. It's funny, see how my mood just completely jumps up now that I've figured out why that footage was skipping? It's amazing. So yeah, now we've. Alright, this is about to get loud because we're going from camera sound to sound recorded with actual mic, so I'm going to turn the volume down here a little bit. Anyway, so yeah, he's trying to find the bathroom, doesn't remember which room it is. There he is. Goes in. That is such a jarring thing sound-wise. I'm gonna turn my volume down. Let me know if that sound bounce is too loud, because I've started pulling out the shots that are the ones to use here, the best takes, and cutting it into pieces for how we want to use them. So that's our wide shot. We like that. Here's one of our close-ups, and I basically cut it. This scene has 3 or 4 little sections depending on how we want to edit it. It's him sitting down, him starting to go to the bathroom, him realizing what happened, and his reaction after that. So there's the sit down and close-up. Yeah, no, yeah. We're gonna fix all those sound issues uh, in a bit. There's that realization. Yeah, the realization, yeah, the sitting down, the realization, the processing, and then the reaction. And man, I love this close up. And then this. I see what you're saying, Nora. I can agree with that. Yeah. This is a different take. And this, folks, is why editing is hard, is because it's so much good footage here. All right. I grabbed this shot, which has the. So there's only 2 parts of the shot I think we need. I grabbed the beginning of it, which has this. It has us talking about. I think we I like seeing his feet sort of bounce if we need that as B-roll. And then we got this shot where you see what happened. Just enough to really get it. Another shot there. Depending how much we want to show. And here's the last wide, and I just kept the ending of it. Something so futile about that, and I love it. Okay, so it's a nice button at the end of the scene. Staring at screens too long. Okay. Let's see. Let's come back to here. All right. So Yeah, no, my only question about seeing him sit down in the close and not starting a little bit in the wide is I don't know if we get the sense of exactly what's going on. But maybe. I don't know. Do we need that wide to establish the bathroom? We can start putting the scene together. Because I feel like if we start,
Oh.
we can try that. Let's see.
And
Yes, really.
Oh.
Because I feel like if we keep that wide very short, like here's the thing, everything like I mean, you remember when we first watched the footage, the people in the room didn't exactly uh yeah, like it's I think in the way this scene works, like we're caught up with him, we're wondering where he's going. He sits down on the toilet so quick, uh, and if we cut to if we I don't know, honestly, if we cut right in the middle of that movement, because I do really like the way he sits down in the close. If we cut kind of like this. Yeah, if we do it like that, I don't think anyone's gonna catch that his pants aren't down. Cause yeah, I think that it like yeah, I think we can craft this in a way that really gives him a second to realize I'm brightening my camera up. This is ridiculous. Hold for 1 sec. I'm just getting proceeding further and further into darkness. There we go. That's a little more reasonable. Okay, cool. Uh, let's see. Can I extend that clip a little bit though?
and action.
It's a little bit extra. I think will be good. Okay, and then Nora, we can stay in the close. No, we can't actually. No, we need to stay in the close. I think. Don't think we can try it. Let's see. Let's extend that. I don't know. My only hesitation is if we use the B-roll too much, it could sort of turn this into like it's a little cheeky is my worry. It's just a little tiny bit cheeky there that like it ends up being like aha, it's a joke. It's like get it because it's like it's a faucet that's dripping. Haha, get like I don't know. That's my only concern with that's my only reason to be I want to be cautious with the B-roll. Yeah, can speed that up to a normal speed. That would be what 250. I can extend that a little bit now. I'm gonna give that a maybe. I think like it definitely I think it works with I think it can work with the flow. I think it helps with that blip that little thing where he walks into the bathroom slower than he walks into the wide here. Like yeah, I think keep that in for now and then see. Uh, yeah, I think one drip is too quick because one drip is just this. Yeah, one drip I think is too quick. We can do if we do like three. Actually, that amount might be right. That's kind of 2.5. Maybe. I say leave it here for now. We'll see if once we have the whole thing together, we'll see if we think we need it. Um, okay. All right. Question now, Nora. Do we go from? Because I'm on the fence about this. My first instinct is go to feet. I'm not sure if we want to go to wide first. But yeah, he sits. If we sit down, we get him going saying no, no, no. You get, and then, uh, yeah. Then do we go? Let's grab that foot shot. Okay, there's no sound on that, so we can take that off. Oop, can unlink and take that off. That's true. Yeah, we do. I think the yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, I really don't think we need much more than that. Like that's a, I mean, like more to the end of the scene, but like that's such a simple moment there. Okay, then let's see. We've got different versions of the ending. We've got a couple more shots of his pants getting wet. Just kind of, it's right on the verge of overkill. Do we need that? Like, do we need to show to cut back to that, or do we just go to close up and then wide for the very end? Uh, because like, I'll be totally honest. There's something really cool about just playing this in close and just letting the whole thing just play out that way. I just hope it's too long. Yeah, it's my only thought. Maybe do that. Maybe do a little bit, another clip of it, just right at the end here, just to kind of, because this is such a long close up. Yeah, this is actually like in the best way, hard to watch, and I really love it. Like I don't want to cut away from that, or I don't want to. Yeah, like all right, so let's use. Yeah, the second one of those is better. It's very wet, and it's got a he's not moving as much, so it's a bit more of an acceptance. Let's find the moment to cut. Yeah, I think it's there. Current thought anyway. Drop this in. Bring this in for a tighter shot. So 120. Yeah, it's a bit much. Let's go 123. Trim a tiny bit off of this so we can kind of get him. There's so much despair in him right there. I absolutely love it. And then we'll grab the end of this one here. Once again, realizing I'm not entirely sure we need the wide shot at the end of a scene, but I'm gonna put it here for now.
Okay, there is none.
Let's see. Those blinks right there. We kind of like that moment. Those are the blinks you're talking about, Nora? Uh, okay. Yeah, you're right. I like that. Actually, that adds something. Not that kind of movie, Nora. Stop complimenting the feet. See, there's a little bit of a continuity if I cut into that moment. You just find such stillness there.
Cut.
So here's how this looks right now if we watch the whole thing. I'm gonna add a slight zoom to this. I think sound effects in this scene are gonna be hugely important. I think we can cut out of this a little bit earlier than we're at right now. I think we can cut out of it there. Because I think this is gonna be a moment that sound and music really carry. So like, want to make sure there's time for it, but yeah, him just accepting it, like that. Yeah, his feet just accepting that as we see his face do it. Yeah. I think I suggest we cut the wide before we see him throw the toilet paper. So like, you see him get it and like start to sort of wipe himself off, and then it just cuts. And it's like the assumption, if we see him stop, the assumption is that he kind of gave up. If we see him start, it's like, oh, we're cutting away, but he's still gonna sit there and have to deal with this. And I think that's, to me, that's more heartbreaking. So yeah, I like this. I think this one's looking pretty good right now. I think we'll tweak it some more for sure. But I like that we're playing most of it in the close. Um, yeah, it is. It hits you. It is really heartbreaking. And it's quick enough you don't really notice. Yeah. I am really wondering if we want that wide. Because his performance in the wide is really good, and then and here in this angle you don't really see the pants being wet. So if we put this in middle of like what's happening, we could get away with it. And I do really like his performance, minus the scraping the mic. Yeah, I'm on the fence. I'm on the fence about that. Like, I'm gonna leave these clips in here. Uh, like I'll clear out some of the rest of this, but I'm gonna leave those clips in there. I think it's worth revisiting. I'm not sure I want to do it right now, but I think it's worth revisiting. I'm gonna put that in the RHSC. Because my other instincts, and I want to make sure I get a handle on my like ideas before I start doing stuff. Because the other instinct I have is the the more we show the wide, uh, Like the more we show the wide before we show the feet, because the feet is like there's our full confirmation of what happened. Um, if we can show the wide more beforehand, then and people don't realize the problem, then when they see the shot of the feet, it's like, oh my god, it just hit me that his pants aren't down. Um, but at the same time, taking that out and same time not having that wide is uh, it's a different kind of like, oh no, but at the same time, if we put the wide in more, there's a better chance people will catch it early, and it's less of a magic trick, less of a realization. But then again, this moment isn't necessarily about realization; it's about what's happening. And regardless of how we get to this point, after this, if we just let this play, it is like this. The point of the scene is not this. The point of the scene is this, and this is gorgeous. This is so hard to watch in the best way. So yeah, I'm on the fence. That's why I'm kind of like, I'm gonna table this for a second and come back to it uh, when I start my next editing session. So I'm gonna leave that where it is. Um, okay, let's just to we can go for the last 15 minutes. So last yeah, finish up this couple hours. Let's do the martini scene because I've already sort of pulled stuff out of it. Um, and we will cool. Yeah, so we'll do that and we'll call that a uh, and that'll be the yeah, interesting. That'll be our wrap up moments. Let's do the martini scene real quick. Yeah, wide after the feet could do it. That's my other instinct there. Uh, so I'm gonna throw a couple of markers. There's a couple of markers in here for where we might put wide. So I'm gonna put a marker there, and I'm gonna put one. Honestly, that is kind of the only place I would put it. I don't think I want it beforehand. I think I like the way this cuts. I like the way that cuts really well. I guess I might put it there only because I don't mind drawing the moment out of him having that second of relief where he's like, ah, good, release, and then we cut to the close for the realization. Um, I don't know. I don't know how many people. I don't know how many people will catch it. Uh, before we really want them to. But then again, and this is the problem of trying to think, as the audience. I'm sitting here being like, being a like swaggery audience member who watches going, hey, he didn't take his pants down. That's a movie, that's a filmmaking mistake. And then you get to the shot of the feet and it's like, oh no, that was intentional. And it's still kind of a surprise, just in a different way. So I don't know. I need something for the audience. Just pay attention to what affects me and you and our collaboration. And right now I do not know the answer to that. So switching to martinis. So like anything else, when the going gets tough, it's time to start drinking. We turn to drugs. All right. So when I did start working on this, I was basically pulling out, for those were pulling out clips of shots that I liked and where things were good. I don't remember if I started assembling or not. Let's take a look. So this is. I think the scene starts in medias res. I think the scene starts with him finishing up the martini. I'm not sure we need to see him doing the whole pouring process. All right, that's one clip. There's the realization. Yeah, just the back and forth. Okay, here's the take where we have the whole pour.
And that's good.
Yeah, I was just kind of pulling the clips here. It's a good exit there. I like that. shot of the martini just hanging out there.
Martini, second martini, back to first martini, and then you can grab the second one and walk out with them.
Okay, don't really need that clip there.
Roll camera. And you stop there. Cut. Frame.
Action.
Did this medium, and I'm not sure we 100% need it. Like visually, it's not as interesting.
And cut.
Cut.
Gorgeous, gorgeous.
Roll camera.
I love Nora. I love how many takes of this in this movie end with you off screen going gorgeous. Yep. Okay, this is starting to kind of come to my view here. What we can do with this. In that third take, yeah, I agree. All right, let's start putting a cut of this together. Nor what do you, I don't think we need to see the whole process of him pouring the martini. Like I think we can. My instinct is to start with him kind of rimming the glass and dropping the lemon in, because that's a bit of a flourish, and I think that tells you enough. What do you think? Yeah, it's kind of yeah my instinct there. Yeah. So delete that. Keep that maybe. Oop. Second one of these.
Martini, second martini, back to back.
All right, guys. Well, we got guys. Our channel's has hit the big time. We're getting spam bots. So, I'm not entirely sure what 69xxx.life is trying to share with us, but you're more than welcome to see what kind of meaning you find in that, as long as you do not follow any links they send you. And this will be interesting. This one's will be a bit of a break with our continuity or the rules we've established, but I do kind of like it that if we start like this one starts in the wide. Starts in the wide, then goes to close. Yeah, I think we're using close-ups where he doesn't know what's going on. That's kind of been our. I don't think we need that shot. I think we're better off. I think the rack focus is the better shot to have there. Still like that ending. Where's that rack focus? There it is.
First martini. Second martini.
Bring this into 115.
Second martini. Martini.
Yeah, that rack focus. Oop, not what I want to do. I don't want to put a cut there. Yeah, that rack focus is the. I think is the right call to make that be kind of the reveal shot, and then we'll do the shot of the Then we'll give the martini its own little close up here.
Second martini.
Yeah, maybe go back to his close up for a second, then. Maybe Gildan Lily on this a tiny bit, but I'll see. Let's take that.
Martini.
Let's drop that down to 75%. Cool. All right, let's watch that. Makes it real easy. Uh, I'm gonna go ahead and bring this up to a more full screen thing, just because it's in that wide, the details are kind of hidden. Here we go. There we go. Not a huge fan of the head touch, but also continuity-wise, I want to tweak a little bit here. 'Cause I do kind of want the little laugh in there. He doesn't do it in that one. Darn. Yeah, no, what do you think? You want to try it with the head touch in? Because that's easy to add. I'll just be doing it, just pulling it back to here. I think. Looks back at it. That's true. It's a good point. Actually, I'm liking the way the continuity works with it if I do it this way. Yeah, I I agree. No, I originally I didn't think so, but looking at it now, no, I agree with you. I like it. I think it works well in there. I think it fits, and it's yeah, it's a nice moment for him. Yep, that cut works. Back to the second martini. And I like the way he just sort of says two at the end there. This is gonna be yeah, this is an early scene in the movie, so that's cool. Yeah, we can still be a little more lighthearted about it. Cool. All right. So that scene, let me pull. There was one. Yeah, not gonna use this, but I am gonna save them because I do like those clips of him. The other shots from the rack focus. I do like those shots just to have in case we need them. But yeah, the rest of this I think we're in good shape with. So I'll go ahead and clear those out. And the martini scene is can swing back here with the other scenes that are mostly done. Still gotta get the. I'm gonna render proxies, or I'm gonna render the brewery scene, then we can watch it again. But yeah, all right, cool. So that's where we've gotten today. We got a rough cut of the accident scene done. We got a very rough cut of the bruise scene done, which I will rewatch once I can get my computer, once I can get Premiere to do it to play it at a reasonable rate. And we got the martini scene done. So sweet. Um, yeah. We also got we talked a bit about the mirror scene, so we can do some more work on them. Um, Still got this one. I am going back and forth, Nora, on the mirror scene here, in terms of how often we see the face in the mirror. Cause like I think just the one. I think just seeing it the one time and then at the end, like, is it his brain playing tricks on him? Is the thing, and then we bring it back a couple more times. So yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with it right now. I think it's better to kind of leave it with only the one time, then the second time at the end where we get him after he leaves the room and we get this shot, and then we can cut back to that more and more because that's gonna be that mirror scene is kind of right in the middle of the movie, so we still have the rest of the film to drop in more shots of the thing of the creature in the mirror. Um, yeah. All right. So yeah, next time I think what we'll do is we will do some editing on the him searching for his phone, him searching for the coin, those moments, and then uh we'll start. I mean, I think our only real big scenes left to really do in terms of like in terms of plot are the scene with Izzy and the reminiscing scene on the bed. So everything else is smaller and just little details here and there. So yeah, that's where we'll leave it for today, and we'll pick it up next time. So go back to me. You ready to close this out? So yeah, wow, lost. It's gotten dark outside. It is that time of year. It is 5:30 and it is night. But anyway, Nora, thank you, Nora. This is like every chance to collaborate with you, even if it is on this uh, kind of one-sided way, is a joy and a dream, and I love every second. And I'm really happy with the work we do together. So I'm really happy. I'm glad this was a great time working with you. To everyone else who watched, I hope this was entertaining, productive, learned something. I don't know, just a decent. If you want a midday nap, listen to me talk. I hear it's a decent sleep aid. I feel that way, so you know. But yeah, so thank you for joining. Thank you for being part of this. Keep making art. Keep putting your work out there. Keep sharing the stories that touch you, because if they make a difference to you, there's a good chance they'll make a difference to the rest of us. So keep doing that, putting your work out there. Keep being awesome, and yeah. On that note, we'll see you next time. Next time we do this, I'm trying to think schedule wise, I'm going to be doing a photo editing stream on Friday during the day, and probably working on this some more later Friday night. I'm not sure if I'm going to stream that. I'm not sure if that's not going to be the bigger scenes. That's going to be smaller stuff. That might be one of my after midnight streams. So if I end up streaming, I might just sit down and work on it. But either way, tune back in Friday afternoon for some photo editing, and then yeah, keep tuning in. If not this Friday night, next week we doing more of this during the day. So stay safe, be well, create, and yeah, keep it up. Later.